What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the 757 History Shave Den. We got some new items here, did some reorganizing, rearranging. Let's take a look at some of this new stuff. Change my setup too. These soaps were on the top shelf. Now I got everything down here, put that on the top shelf, and I put the soaps on this shelf. Everything that was on this shelf came down here. Anyways, let's look at some of this new stuff I got courtesy of Johnny 5. We got the Blackest Night from Arefa Soap. Thank you, Johnny 5. I've been wanting to try Arefa Soap since, I don't know, 6 months ago, 7 months ago. Whenever I first started talking to Robert No Name Bear, I asked him his favorite soap, and he said Arefa Soaps. Specifically the Bear Tallows. I don't know if this is a Bear Tallow. It is a Bear Tallow. Awesome. I get to try a Bear Tallow. Thank you, Johnny 5. I've already smelled it. It smells great, and I've never seen this before. That little extra tab, I like that. The other day I was talking to Johnny about Fougere scents, and I didn't know if I had a Fougere or not, or what they smelled like. I see he sent me a Fougere, so that makes this gift extra thoughtful. I'm sure he did that intentionally. He said, "Hey, you never tried a Fougere? Try this Bear Tallow Arefa Soaps, one of the best Fougeres you'll ever try in your life." And I gotta say, it definitely is. Anyways, let me get back to editing this. See y'all in the video, or in the comment section. See ya. This just smells so fancy and awesome. Very perfumey. This and Cowboy Up. Those are my two perfumey soaps. And Cowboy Up, one of my favorites. It's a top 3. This is now also a top 3. And I haven't even tried it yet. I just already know because of Robert No Name Bear and the other Robert from the Razor's Edge. Does the balm smell the same? I don't know. Yep, it does. I can't wait to try this. This smells kind of familiar. Oh, you know what this smells like? It smells like this one church out there in Pennsylvania. One of them old stone churches. It smells like that in there. Let's go over these small things that he sent first. This is so cool, man. We got the Zingari Man Amir. This is rose, patchouli, and oud. I like oud. I like rose, I think. You know what else I like? I like when they put the scent notes on the container so you don't have to look it up every single time. You're already putting the other ingredients up there. Would it kill you to also put the scent notes? I don't think so. I think you're not putting them up there on purpose because you just want people to look it up on your site or something. You want people to click your homepage or whatever. Just put it on the dang container, please. It's common sense, in my opinion. Common sense, really. You don't get any more common sense than that. Anyways, that's it. Let's get back to the video. Look at this. We got all these ingredients here. Pick up any soap. You see all the ingredients there. But you don't have all the scent notes. But look at this. You got this open space here, open space there. You got all that. But you got all that open space there. You got, look at this, man. Shout out to, I think his name is Donald from Wet the Face. Look at this. What does he do with his open space? He puts the scent notes all around there. So I don't have to go Google search every single time. Common sense, common sense. All the open space is, I'm telling you, they're doing it on purpose. They do it on purpose.
You mean to tell me I'm smarter than you? I don't think so. I think you know exactly what you're doing. Okay, back to the video. Sorry guys, I just can't stop ranting. But when I see the ingredients on the outside like this makes me want to buy more soap from him. Because this is a guy that has common sense. This is someone that you would want to support. All these other people, no common sense. I don't want to support someone who... Oh, never mind. Let's get back to the video. Another thing. This goes back to it being intentional. Yeah, it's just the fact that they do it on purpose. There's no way they hadn't thought of it, you know? They're not putting it there on purpose, which means they're purposely trying to make your life harder. Why do I want to support someone who's purposely trying to make my life harder? If anything, I want to support the people who purposely try to make my life easier. The guy who puts the freaking scent notes on the cover so I don't have to look it up, he's thinking about me, you know? These other people? Nope, not one bit. You want to know what the scent notes? Look it up. That way you can come to my page and I can get more clicks. You can't fool me. Can't fool me. Again, it's the fact that they do it on purpose. If it wasn't on purpose, no big deal. But it's 100% intentional. You got a whole soap company. Marketing is always on your mind. There's no way you didn't think of that. You're doing it on purpose. Unacceptable. You see, I'm a smart customer. I don't just buy anything. I buy things that make sense. As everyone should. So, that's it. That's the end of the rant. This video is crazy, but it is what it is. It's real life. 757 history. Final word and then I'm done. What happens when the product is discontinued? What if I want to know what the scent notes are and what it smells like? I go to the page to look it up and it's not there? Well, I guess I just don't know what it smells like anymore. Could have just put it on the container itself so I will always know, but no. Can't even do that. Okay, that's it. Sorry. Actually, this is the last thing. Okay, so every soap I get, I'm supposed to write down what's in it. Just to have that on record. Just so I don't have to look it up anymore. Why can't it just be on the container? This is the most common sense thing. All the other ingredients are on the container. A 5-year-old would have thought of this. Which tells me you thought of it. And you're intentionally not doing it. BS. Absolute BS. In my opinion. One more thing. Probably like 95% of customers, they're buying it for the scent. The scent is what they want to read when they look at it. All this stuff here, we don't want to know this. So instead of you're gonna show us the stuff that we don't want to know, but then not show us the stuff that we actually want to know. The whole reason why we bought it, what it smells like. It makes no sense whatsoever. Unacceptable. Okay, that's the last thing. Let's look at some of these ingredients. I'll skip over the ones I don't know. Oils, butters, of tallow, I know about that. Avocado, I know what that is. Cocoa and shea, I know what those are. Coconut, we all know what a coconut is. Coconut oil, if you got coconut, you got coconut oil, I'll tell you that much. Goat milk, does this need to be refrigerated? I don't know, it's got goat milk in it though. Have I ever had goat milk? I don't think so. Have you? Leave a comment. I've had goat. Don't know if I've had goat milk. What else we got in here? Buckthorn extract. I don't know what a buckthorn is, but I've heard of it. We got meadowfoam seed oil. Never heard of meadowfoam in my life. Vitamin E. Don't know what that is, but it's a vitamin. It's gotta be good. Seed oil. What kind of seed? I don't know. It could be any seed. And fragrance. How's that for an ingredient? Fragrance. That tells me everything I need to know about what it is. Okay. And if we had to pick, like, do I want to read all these ingredients here? I don't know what any of them are. I'm not a soap maker. If I had to pick, do I want to read this or do I want to read the scent notes? Pick the scent notes all day. Probably over 95% of people would pick the scent notes. But that's besides the point because we're assuming that there's not enough space and we have to pick one or the other.
which is not the case. There's so much space on here, you can easily fit that on there. Why is it not on there on any of these soaps? Except for, shout out to Donald from Wet the Face and a few other folks. I'm not sure. Obviously, if the name of the soap is what it smells like, then it doesn't need the ingredients on there, like Subtle Art Soap, Amber and Spice. I don't care if you don't put it on there because it's in the name. But everything else, that really irks me. Really irks me. It's one of those things in every industry, every field, every area of life. You come across common sense things that don't make sense, and you're like, why is this the way it is? And nobody can give you an answer. This is one of those things in the shaving world. Why is that not up there? You know? That really bugs me. It annoys me. It infuriates me. And I get very passionate about it. All right, that's it. So let's try and brainstorm why they would choose not to put the scent notes on there. Okay, there's a few reasons I can think of. None of them are good. I don't think there is a good reason. The first might be that they think that putting scent notes is gonna clutter the design of the product. I think it's too much stuff on there. I'm not buying that. I don't believe that because there's plenty of space. Scent notes is like half a dozen words. You're telling me you can't fit that a dozen more words on there? I don't believe you. I don't believe that one bit. You can fit it there. You can fit it there. There's plenty of empty space to fit those scent notes. And a lot of them do this. They just put fragrance. That's their catch-all term for scent notes. So you might think, well, maybe they don't put it on there because it's like a secret formula. I don't believe that either, because if you want to know what's in it, you can look it up and find what's in it. So it's not a secret. If it's not a secret, then why isn't it just on there? It makes no sense, dude. What else? So yeah, that leaves me. The only thing I can think of is that they want you to look it up so you can go to their site and see what's in it. Maybe they think this could be another reason. They don't want you to be, what's the word? They don't want you to overanalyze it. They just want you to experience it with the senses. They don't want you being in your brain reading, thinking, interpreting. They want you to just take it all in and receive the experience as is. That could be another reason. I don't believe that either. I don't believe that either. If you say that, you're saying that because I told you. Because you heard me say that. You say, hey, that's a good idea. I'm going to say that. I don't believe that, dude. I don't believe that. You're not putting it up there because you're trying to make life harder for us. We bought this because of the scent. And you expect us to remember all those scent notes. I can't be bothered to remember 9 things, 12 things, multiplied by however many soaps I have. Nobody can do that. Anything else in life, you buy it, you can read about it on the box in the container. At least all the stuff that you would want to know. But for some reason, soaps, the one thing we all want to know, we got to look it up every single time. It's not like it's a lot of extra work to put it on there. Just put it on there. You're already putting that on there. Why can't you put the scent notes on there? I think what it is they just copy each other. They're like, hey, they're not doing it, so I don't need to do it. And they all talk about being original. I'm an artist. I'm original. Yeah, that's real original. That's real original of you, not putting the scent notes just because the other people aren't doing it. Real original. Great job. True artist. I just feel like if you paid the money for the thing, you deserve to have a list of what's in it, of the scents that are in it. Like I said, just common sense. And why don't you want people to know the scent notes? That's the other thing. Why don't you want people to know that? That's weird. I mean, as an artist, you take pride in your art. Don't you want other people to be able to look at that list and appreciate how each scent is working in the soap when they're using it, so that they can smell it and read it and be like, ooh, you know, that's all part of it. But it's like, you gotta look it up every time. Why? I can't think of a single reason that's actually good. They're all dumb reasons. If I buy a soap and it's discontinued, so I can't read the scent notes anymore because the product page isn't up, that means I don't know what's in it, and you don't care that I don't know what's in it because you already got my money. So you don't care, right? What's going on, y'all? I typed in why don't shave soaps put the scent notes on their containers? The AI gave me a little breakdown. Like I said, none of these reasons are good. It all comes down to marketing. The two strongest reasons, I'll go over those. One of them I already mentioned. It was exactly what I thought. The other one was something I haven't thought of, but it's still not a good reason. So the one I said about them thinking it's going to take away from the experience, if you got the scent note on there, it's going to undermine the experience, because then you'll be in the scent notes and not in the experience. Again, not a good reason, because I can still receive the experience and have the scent notes. Having those scent notes is not stopping me from having the experience. If anything, it adds to it. So, not a good reason. The other reason they put up there, which I felt was the strongest argument, I guess, but still not a good argument, is that they say the scents fade. So, like, whatever the top notes, middle notes, and base notes would be, that's going to change over time. So there's no reason to put those scent notes on there because it's in flux. Again, not a good reason, in my opinion, because that scent breakdown, that's still what it is, what it was supposed to be when it was made. It's what it's supposed to smell like. Even if it fades over time, that's still part of the identity of the soap. And as someone who bought the soap, I would like to have that on the soap so I can just look at it and know what it is. None of these are good reasons. Just put the dang scent notes on the container. I promise you, nobody is going to be mad at you for it. Nobody's going to say, oh, he's changing things up. I don't like that. He should have kept he should have kept it as it was. I don't want the scent notes on the container. What is he thinking? Why is he putting the scent notes on? Nobody's going to say that. Just put the dang scent notes on the container. That's it. The scent notes are in the sales pitch on the website. You buy it because you see those scent notes. You get the soap, and the scent notes aren't there. So what's actually happening in that scenario? I'll tell you what's happening. All right. The soap maker, he writes his long little BS paragraph telling you the meaning about his soap. Then he puts the scent notes, and he is under the illusion that long paragraph telling the meaning of the soap, he believes that that's what's selling his soap. He desperately wants to believe that. And the fact of the matter is, the scent notes are what's selling his soap, and he's in denial. He wants you to associate those scent notes with the soap so that you can buy it, because that will bring you in. But then after you buy it, he doesn't want you associating those scent notes with the soap anymore. That's why they're not on there. Only the arbitrary name that he's given the soap is on there, because he wants you to associate the arbitrary name with the identity of the soap, instead of the actual identity of the soap, which is the ingredients that he used, the scent notes, the raw materials. So he's playing hide the ball. He wants you to believe that this is my soap. I made this. This is my scent. This is completely original. You know it's not original. We know it's not original. And, I don't know. It's original in a way, but you know what I'm trying to say. So much for caring about the customer, right?
All this talk about customer this, customer that, what the customer wants, blah, blah, blah. I'll tell you what the customer wants. Over 95% of your customers want those scents on the container. And if you don't believe me, run the poll yourself. Put out an email, put out a newsletter, whatever platforms you use. Poll your own audience, poll your own customers, ask them, do you guys want the scent notes on the container? I promise you, you won't run that poll because you already know the answer you're going to get. You already know that you're not going to like the answer you're going to get. And that's why we're in this situation in the first place, because you won't put the dang scent notes on the container, something that everybody wants. And you don't care that they want it because you actually don't care about the customer. You just care about filling your pockets. That's all it is. Making all these friends, that ain't real either. That's just you. It's all about business. If it actually is real, put the dang scent notes on the container. All right. This is very easy to understand, and I don't know. I just don't know. Even the people that don't care one way or another, whether the scent notes are on there or not, you run that poll, they're still all gonna vote to put the scent notes on there. You know why? Because who doesn't want more information about the product on the product packaging? That's everybody. And that's common sense. So what's going on here? Why are you guys not doing that? I think we all know why. So, you may do little things here and there, bend over backwards for this guy or for that guy, help out this customer, that customer. But that's all marketing. When it comes to doing the thing that would help out all customers in one fell swoop with one decision, you can't do that. You'll do a little bit over here, a little bit over there, but when it comes to everybody, you can't do that. That's one request you can't oblige. So do you care about the customer or not? Because the answer is pretty clear to me. This is Cuban Highball. Do you think if you put the scent notes on here, I'm going to call this soap my lime cola rum soap and not refer to it as Cuban Highball anymore? You think I'm not going to think of this? You think I'm just going to forget the name and just totally disregard it and not think about it and just think of it as the ingredients? No, I'm still going to call it Cuban Highball. I'm going to refer to it as Cuban Highball. If I talk about it, I'm going to talk about it as Cuban Highball. So why can't the scent notes just be on there? You don't have a good answer because there are no good answers. It's just stupidity. Everyone that buys soaps is interested in the scent notes. Everyone that buys soaps, those scent notes factor into their calculating, into their determining whether they want to buy it or not. Everyone is interested in the scent notes, so why would you not put the scent notes on the container? Why? The scent notes are what sold the soap, despite what you may believe, all the mental gymnastics you may play with yourself to convince yourself that this sold the soap or that sold the soap. None of those things sold the soap. It was the scent that sold the soap. People buy soaps for many, many reasons, but the biggest reason is always going to be the scent. So why is that not on there? When I buy this Ace, Noble Otter wants me to believe that, oh, this is Ace. Have you smelled Ace? Check out this scent called Ace. Have you smelled this Ace? We're not idiots, man. I know that there is no such scent as Ace. I know that it's a blend of leather and tobacco and stuff, all right? So this game that they're playing, the soap makers in general, really what's happening is they're looking at us like we're stupid. And I don't appreciate that. It's disrespectful. So when they don't put the scent notes on there, it's like they think you're dumb.
They think you're like, oh, this is Ace. That's what it is. It's Ace. Nothing more. I know it's not Ace. No, everybody knows it's not Ace. So just put the scent notes on there, dude. Yeah, respect goes both ways. Have a little more respect for the customer's intelligence, and I'll have a little more respect for the intelligence of these soap makers, because this is just stupid. It is. And everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. It's just no one has ever said anything for some reason. Um, I mean, you look up any soap reviewer, watch all his soap reviews. He's gonna say, "I got the scent notes written here." Why does he have them written there? Why are they not on the top? I feel like if I was a soap maker, I saw this dude reviewing all these soaps, and every single soap, he's like, "Oh yeah, I got it written on my piece of paper." I feel like me as a soap maker, I'd be like, when he reviews my soap, I want him to just look at the top and be like, "Oh, look, he put it on the top. That's a nice change. Nobody else does that. I like this guy." And then everybody else sees that, and they're like, you know, it's like the marketing makes no sense. It's done for marketing reasons, and those reasons don't make sense. The marketing makes no sense. The whole mentality is just, it ain't there. And the care for the customer is not there, because they're seeing that dude review all them soaps. They're seeing him say, they're seeing him saying that he looked it up, and they're saying, he'll be all right. He's fine looking it up. I don't need to put it on there. He's doing just fine looking it up right now, so why change anything, you know? He's buying it. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. People are buying it anyway, so hey, you know, and that's another aspect of the issue, which I could get into, but then the video is going to be way too long. But I'll see if I can shorten it. Basically, the reason why this is the way it is because people buy anything. Don't buy stuff don't buy things that don't make sense. If the scent notes aren't on the container, then if you couldn't be bothered to put the scent notes on the container, something common sense that, you know, I can't be bothered to pay a second glance at it. Well, yeah, this is kind of a useless rant, because I'm pretty much done buying soaps. So even if a genie granted my wish and scent notes were on every container overnight, it wouldn't change anything, because I have enough soap and don't need to buy soap anymore. Um, but you know, maybe when I'm like 50 years old, when I do buy another soap, it will have scent notes on it, because this is just dumb. Back in the day when you would buy an album or vinyl records, for sure, you listen to the music. This is a great analogy, by the way. You listen to the music, you look at the back of the packaging and all that, and you see all this info. If you're listening to the music and you say, "Oh, the vocalist, they got this guy. The drums, that's this guy. Lead guitar, that's this guy." And then you're listening like, "Oh, I hear him. I hear him. Bass guitar, that's this guy. You hear him? I like how this guy's doing this. You remember that guy's name? Next time you go to the record shop or whatever, or even if you go to your own little record cabinet, you look at the backs. You see, oh, he's on this too. He's on that too. Or if you're in the record store, you see, oh, he's on that too. I like him. I've heard him before. So then you check that out. The same thing is happening with these soaps, except they're not putting the band members or the label or the band members or the instruments on there. They just want you to receive the music and not be able to differentiate between the band members or the instruments. If you want to know those things, you got to look it up. They're not going to put it on. They're not going to put it on there for you. They're not going to make it easier for you because they don't want to. So yeah, put the scent notes on the container and have some more respect for the customer, please. You won't though. I already know you won't. If anything, this video would probably make soap makers double down out of spite and out of stubbornness, because they don't want some random dude on the internet telling them how to run their business, because he has no right. And that runs both ways. So, you know, I don't have to buy anything I don't like, and they don't have to make anything that they don't want, to make. So it is what it is. I just feel like on this matter, I don't think I can be argued with. I'm 100% right on everything I've said, and that's why I'm comfortable saying this. I shouldn't have to say this, but this isn't about anyone in particular. Joe and Eric, still among the greatest soap makers in the world. This is just about the industry overall, in general. But there's also another saying, put a random insult on the ground and its owner will pick it up. So there could be some of that here too, who knows. In any case, hopefully I didn't step on anyone's toes. It's just Shaven. This is just me ranting. We're still friends. Still love all y'all. I just wish they put the scent notes on the container. And it doesn't even have to be broken down like top notes, top notes, middle notes, base notes, because it changes over time. It's in flux. I understand that. Going back to Donald from Wet the Face, he doesn't put top notes, middle notes, base notes. He just puts them all up there. He doesn't break them down into the individual notes. That's what I really want. This whole video, I've been referring to it as scent notes this, scent notes that. I just want the scents. Just put tobacco, leather, cardamom, blah, blah, blah. You don't have to tell the top, middle, base. Just put it on there, dude. It's the easiest, the most common sense thing. Everybody wants it on there. And they just accept it. They just accept that the standard of this world of soaps is that scent notes are just not on there, and we just accept it. But if people actually stopped buying things that don't make sense, then it would change quickly. It would change so fast. So it's not all on the it's on the customers as much as the soap makers. So it's enough to get you to it's enough to make you just want to throw up your hands and say, forget all this. All these people are dumb. I'm the only person here with a brain. But yeah, that's the end of this rant. Let's continue the video. Patchouli, I don't really know what patchouli smells like, but I hear about it a lot. And I have some stuff that has patchouli in it, so I think I like it. I just don't know what it smells like. Zingari Man. My first time smelling this. Dang, this is extremely fancy too. Smells along the same lines of Arefa soaps as far as fanciness goes. There's a reason I never bought Zingari Man. I guess from the smell. It smells expensive, so that's probably why I never even looked twice at it. Another reason is because of these covers. If the covers are plain, I'm not really that interested. If the covers are plain and they're expensive, then I'm really not interested. And there's a lot of soaps out there like that. You guys know what I'm talking about. We got a Noble Otter. Did I show the covers very well? I'm not sure. A Noble Otter. This is one of Josh the Cutthroat Goat's new favorites. Not this specifically, but the company. I got one Noble Otter up there. It's called Ace, and it's great. Hold on. This smells really good. Ooh. That's barbershoppy, but deeper. I like that. That's real nice. I was gonna say, I noticed Johnny 5 didn't even use this. I hope you didn't send me something that you didn't try yourself, because this smells really good. You should have tried this. Or maybe you got a full tub sitting at home. And this one, I didn't talk about the name. Noble Otter. This is Monoi de Tahiti. Monoi, what could that be? Monoi de Tahiti. It's probably water from Tahiti. Actually, yeah, it's gotta be. Is Tahiti around the place where Moana's from? Doesn't Moana sound like Monoi? Probably the same family of languages, so I think Moana means ocean or something, so ocean, water, same thing. A lot of times in languages, the words are used differently. So Manoi de Tahiti, probably water from Tahiti, if I had to guess. And this Martin de Candry actually is probably Martin. Martin. Martin de Candre. Something like that. You can say Martin. Ma ma Y'all know that? Martin de Candre. First learned about him watching Sean Staplefield. He made a video months ago. It smells very piney, which to me is kind of plain. I bought Daemon by Declaration Grooming, rest in peace. Declaration Grooming, they came out with Daemon. It was a pine scent. The description made it sound like it was going to be amazing, and when I got it, just smelled like Christmas trees, which is nice, but I like something complex where I have to imagine what it smells like, because it doesn't actually smell like something specific, or if it does, there's no name for that. So Christmas trees, I didn't have to think of what it smelled like, so it's not as interesting to me. And the same goes for this. Martin de Candry, as expensive as they are, you better have something crazy smelling. And this don't smell crazy to me. But that doesn't speak to how it performs, so we'll see. The more I smell it, the more I like it, actually. It just smells like Christmas, which means you can only use it during the cold season. Ideally, you can use anything anytime you want. Right now, we're just talking products. I love these kinds of videos. I know Josh does too. And I like the videos Rick has been putting out. I like Rick's short and sweet videos, just checking in. That's a great approach. I should definitely do some of that. I saw Johnny shave with, or I saw him use this Givenchy. It's called Very Irresistible by Givenchy, or Givenchy. It's a discontinued product, so you can't get it anywhere else, which makes it very rare, very valuable, and very special, especially being a gift. Thanks, Johnny. Man, I saw him use this while I was watching the video. I paused it and I looked it up. I said, that stuff looks good. A little fingernail tab, that's cool. You put your fingernail there and pop it up. Look at that. It's a vial. That's cool. That's fancy. That's a cologne, all right. They say it's gourmand scent. Don't smell like nothing I want to eat. But I can't wait to try it. And he sent the matching balm. That's nice too. Smells like that. Very nice. I can't wait to try all this stuff, man. But then the only problem now is I have to choose what I want to shave with, what I want to try. Anyways, he also sent this. Nancy Boy. Never heard of him. I just looked up the Nancy Boy. Looks like they went out of business. So, Johnny 5, what a guy. He sent me not one, but 3 unobtainiums, meaning items that are no longer manufactured. The 2 Givenchy's
and the Nancy boy. Thanks, Johnny. Anytime I search shaving stuff, often I'll be directed to a Badger and Blade forum post or Wicked Edge subreddit or something. And yeah, they're all, what's the word? Eulogizing? Writing the obituary of Nancy Boy. The Nancy Boy Company, I guess. Apparently they went out of business in sometime in 2025, so that's why I never heard of them. But they're saying good things about them, so I can't wait to try that stuff now. Seems like another good one that went under. It happens. It happens regularly, so we gotta enjoy the stuff while we can. Interesting container and cover art. Replenishing shaving cream. Very minimal in their design, which I like. That's very intriguing to me. And this doesn't really have a scent. It must be unscented. Yep. Very much appreciated. Nancy Boy. And we got this. I saved it for last on purpose. Tears Isard. My first Tears Isard. And these scales were actually made by Eric the Cajun Blade because this was originally his. Johnny 5 told me. And he got it from him in a trade. I wonder what Johnny traded to get this. Probably something great because this thing is beautiful. Everything about it, I love it, and I haven't even used it yet. The feel in the hand, perfect. Just looking at the blade is beautiful. Looking at the metal, beautiful. Check out the Eric the Cajun Blade craftsmanship. Absolutely perfect. And I noticed this pin right here. The play in this, perfection. I don't know if Eric did that or if Johnny did that, but that pin, now that's what I call a pin. It was noticeably better than probably every single blade up here. This is my favorite blade now. I haven't even used it yet. Rick, he just came out with a video, your top 3 blades, top 3 shavers. I haven't even shaved with this yet, and it's a top 3 shaver. I'll just do that video right now. My top 3 edges, top 3 blades, I mean, razors. Definitely these 3. These 3 right here. First, we got the gift from Sean Staplefield, our dear friend and mentor. The Freeder Inox with the Escher Thuringian edge, honed personally by Sean Staplefield. This is, before I got this, which I haven't tried yet, this was my best shaver. It still is my best shaver because I haven't tried that yet. I gotta stop moving these around with them open and stuff. It makes me nervous when people move real fast in the video with the blade, so I gotta be careful of that. That's the top 3 shaver right there. The Freeder Inox with the Escher Thuringian Sean Staplefield edge. Let's take another look at it. Of course, I gotta show the logo. Great logo, too. I always like their logo. There's something quirky about it. Another one of my best shavers, the Dovo Bismarck. Solingen. The gift from the Cutthroat Goat. This one's got a Vermont slate edge, honed personally by the Cutthroat Goat himself.
And this is just a beautiful razor. I look at this and I just think that looks, the typeface looks Greek, or the font. Or actually, that looks Greek too. But it could also be Egyptian. It's a little bit of both. It could be a little bit of Greek, a little bit of Egyptian. That looks definitely, that looks Roman. I think of that as Roman because those are the Roman numeral for two on the top there. Little two lines going all the way across, and then you got the also the color, man. I like that golden color. Very nice razor right there, and a nice shaver. And then this one we've already discussed. The Tears Isard. But this one has a JNAT edge, personally honed by the man, Johnny Five himself. My first time trying a Johnny Five edge. I can't wait. I know it's going to be great. He's got the footage to prove it. He knows what he's doing. Hours and hours of Johnny Five honing footage. I think we can trust that edge. In fact, I know we can. And we're about to find out because we're shaving today. And I now have excluding these chevettes, I have 7 razors now. One for every day of the week if I choose to shave every day. Which is awesome. And so while we're at it, I might as well just give you a brief recap of everything I have so far. I kind of have them in chronological order of when I got them. These were the first 2 blades I got. Purchased these off Amazon. $2 gold. This one honed by Rob from the Razor's Edge. This one honed by Sean Staplefield. Gold dollars. Beautiful. And this, another gold dollar. This was given to me by Sean Staplefield. Absolutely beautiful. I would like to someday give this back to him. When I feel I've got a good handle on honing, I will hone this up and send it to Sean Staplefield, sort of like a milestone and a thank you, you know. And then because he once expressed that he does miss this. He missed his green scale gold dollar, so I'd love to get this back to him because, as I found out, as you all 100% already know, once stuff starts building up, once stuff starts accumulating, you're a lot less attached. So, when I had 4 razors, I was like, man, I want to keep everything. But now I got 7 razors. I can afford to, part with 1 or 2. But with the right person, with a friend. I'm not just giving them away. Just if you're a random dude watching, you're like, hey, you got a razor, give me one. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. These are special items. You want to know that they're going to someone who actually cares about this, this hobby, these activities. So, yeah, I'm rambling. That's the razors. Did I talk about this on video yet? This is gold bronze from Amazon. It's like $9, $8, I can't remember. But this stuff smells, it smells like neutral ground. Beautiful scent. This goes with it. That's an amazing cologne right there. Gold bronze. And it's a clone, CLONE, of Aqua di Gio, I think, which is another popular cologne, I guess. They made their clone version. Heck of a lot cheaper. Just as good, in my opinion. Even though I never tried the real one. Johnny Five told me that sometimes the clones smell better than the real thing. So, once he said that, I have zero desire to try the real thing now because that's good enough. No reason to waste money buying, essentially, a name. Who cares about the name? Okay, I believe that's the end of the video. Am I forgetting anything? One of the reasons I'm sitting on the floor here is because I wanted to do this. We're gonna make a new shaving setup. I got my three-way Subtle Art Soap Company mirror. They discontinued this product. You can't buy these three-piece mirrors off their website anymore. I don't make the rules. If you want them to get it back, you gotta talk to Joe Dean. Let him know. Say, hey, 757 History, he has a cool mirror. Subtle Art Soap mirror. You gotta get them back in stock, because I'll buy them. Just kidding, I bought that off Amazon. This was a free sticker when I bought Subtle Art Soap, and I threw it up there, so don't go messaging Joe Dean telling him that 757 History sent you, talking about three-way mirrors, because he's gonna have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, so I was gonna put this on the back of my chair. Open it up like this, right? Then I will have you guys behind the chair with the camera down. And I'll sit right here. And I'm gonna be shaving. You guys will be able to, if I need to move, I can move the chair. If we need to switch angles, you can do this. You'll be able to see everything. I'll be shaving right here. And on the actual chair seat, that's where we will have our soap and our brush and our bowl. And it's just gonna be awesome. How's that for a shave then? You guys like that? Looks like I'm set up to shave, so see you in the shave. Later. Also, I can't not mention Rick. Rick, thank you. Rick sent me something, never made it here, but it doesn't matter. Just because it didn't make it here doesn't mean it doesn't count. Rick, thank you very much. Check out all the guys, people. Rick, Johnny, Josh, Eric, Sean, Rob, Robert No Name Bear too. Thank you, Robert No Name Bear. If he didn't tell me about Arefa Soap's Bear Tallow, would have never been on my list. Thank you, Robert No Name Bear. Everybody. The shaving advice, products advice, honing advice, everything. Thanks.